皆さんこんにちは、日本語の勉強の時間です。さあ、今日も勉強しましょう。Today's topic is about te form of verb, adjectives, and noun. Okay. For joining sentences by using a te form. Okay, shall we start? First of all, we go through a revision of the te form of verbs, and then we go through functions of the te form of other types of words like adjectives and nouns as well, including verbs as well. And then we go through how to make the te form of adjectives and nouns. So that's what we're going through today. Okay. So can you state the conjugation rule for all verb groups? Okay, so group 1, how do you make a te form out of must form of group 1? Okay. Group 2 and group 3. Alright, we don't have time to go through the conjugation rules for all verb groups, so if you're not sure, please go through the previous PowerPoint or YouTube clip. Thank you. Okay, let's start the next one. So, could you make te forms of the following 16 verbs? So, please make sure you pause it while you think your answers. Okay. So I'll now share the answers of the te forms of the 16 verbs. 飲みます、飲んで、話します、話して、遊びます、遊んで、起きます、起きて。Equals group 2. 勉強します、勉強して、見ます、見て。Group 2. 食べます、食べて。貸します、貸して。Group 2. 寝ます、寝て。泳ぎます、泳いで。します、して。います、いて。Group 2. 教えます、教えて。できます、できて。Group 2. 書きます、書いて。練習します、練習して。Okay, how did you go? Okay, so before we go through how to make te form of adjectives and noun, let's have a look at the function of the te form again. Okay, so what's the functions of the te form? Of course, today's topic is about joining sentences. Okay, I'll come back to this point after go through whole functions. Okay, the second is pardon me, part of the sentence of the request. Okay, or asking someone to do something like 立ってください。すいません。お金を貸してください。And so forth. Third one is permission and prohibition. あ、すみません。ここで写真を撮ってもいいですか？すみません。いえ、ここで写真を撮ってはダメです。Okay. Fourth, light reasoning. Okay. Fifth one is actions in chronological order. Okay. 私は5時に起きて5時15分にシャワーを浴びて5時半に朝ごはんを食べます。And so forth. Now let's go back to the point 1, which is today's point, joining sentences. Similar to point 5, actions in chronological order, we don't tend to use more than 3 verbs. Of course, you can use more than 3 verbs, but we tend to use at maximum 3 verbs. The reason for that is if you start using more than 3 verbs, then it gets very long sentence, and also hard to follow what you said. So I think the golden rule here is just to minimize the use of the verb or whatever you join by using a te form, okay, by limiting at most 3 of them. Okay. All right. So let's have a look at how to change or how to make te form of e adjective. So how do you make te form of e adjective to join the sentence? By the way, so let's say you have, all right, forget about the e adjective. Let's have a look at the 2 verbs you want to join to make one sentence. For example, 私は5時半にシャワーを浴びます。Another sentence you want to join is 私は5時半に朝ごはんを食べます。So how are you going to join the sentences? Where do you change to make te form? The answer is the end of the first sentence. And so if you have 3 verbs to combine together, first and second verb you're going to make te form, okay, and then leave last one as it is. Make sense? Okay. All right, let's go back to e adjective now. Okay, so how are you going to make e adjective te form? The answer is stem of e adjective, which is when you take off e and des, leftover is called stem of e adjective. Okay, so the stem plus ku te is how you're going to make te form of e adjectives. Okay, for example, おいしいです。What's te form of おいしいです？おいしくて。Yeah. What about te form of 高いです？高くて。What about then 安いです。cheap, reasonable, 安くて。What about いいです？ You have to be careful with word いいです good, including 頭がいいです。かっこいいです。かっこいいです。looking cool, cool person. Okay, 頭がいいです。clever, okay, because good head. Okay? So that means clever. So when you have いいです be careful. Original form, I believe original form of いいです is a 良いです. Okay, and recently the modern Japanese changed to いいです. Only いい part appears only with this. So when you change いいです to present negative, not good, something is not good, or past affirmative, something was good, okay, or past negative, something wasn't good. All these 3 the forms you have to use yo instead of I as a first letter. Okay, so te form also you needs to use that letter, special letter yo. So いいです become よくて. Okay, よくて. Please remember that. So 頭がよくて、かっこよくて, and then so forth. Okay, let's move on to na adjectives. So what is the conjugation rule for na adjective? Pardon me, na adjective. Similar to e adjective, but adding bit is slightly different. Okay. So instead of ku te, okay, that was the e adjective's conjugation rule. This time na adjective stem plus de. Okay. So 静かです. Original form of 静かです is 静かな. Yeah? 静かです become 静かで. 好きです I like or favorite. 好きです becomes 好きで. And 素敵 lovely. nice, 素敵です、素敵で and pretty and clean, きれい becomes きれいで okay simple. Now let's move on to nouns conjugation rule. The reason why sometimes an adjective is called what do you call quasi noun. Looks like a noun sometimes. It's in between adjective and nouns. Please remember that quasi noun, okay, which is an adjective. So the rule for conjugation quite often similar to nouns. Okay, so I gave you very big the hint. So the conjugation rule is a stem plus de. Okay, so stem is just get rid of this of the present affirmative sentence of the noun. For example, 日本人です。日本人で。Okay. 高校生です。Senior high school student. 高校生で。私の趣味はサッカーです。サッカーで。And 私の趣味は勉強です。勉強で。Okay. So, did you get the conjugation rules? Okay. So, let's recap what we have learned. So, revision of the te form of verbs. Okay, so unfortunately we don't have time to go through this. Please, if you're not sure about how to conjugate the te form out of must form, please go through the previous YouTube clip. Okay, second thing that we did was functions of the te form of adjectives, nouns, including verbs as well. Okay, also conjugation rule for e adjective. Remember, stem of e adjective, which is get rid of the e and des from present affirmative sentence. For example, 楽しい is fun. 楽しいです。楽しい is a stem. 楽しい and add くて to the stem of the adjective 楽しくて. Okay. Also, we've gone through the conjugation rule for adjectives. Okay, an adjective conjugation rule is stem plus de. Now, stem of an adjective is get rid of des from present affirmative sentence of an adjective. For example, きれいです. Okay, きれいで is te form of きれいな adjective. Okay, the last one was conjugation rule for nouns. Similarly to an adjective conjugation rule uses very similar conjugation rule of an adjective. So therefore, stem plus de. Okay, stem of noun is get rid of des from present affirmative sentence. For example, 日本人です. So stem of 日本人です is 日本人. Add de to it, that will become te form of noun. So that's what we did. Okay, so well done. See you next time. Bye bye.